Okay, everyone, we're gonna do the right front wheel now. We have done the left front already. So, same thing, we're gonna take the caps off. Put them away in a safe place. And our air ratchet. And I need my 6mm X. It was on the floor. Go figure. So loosen up one at a time. Don't take it all the way out. Our magnet. So come out. This one needs to there we go. Actually, I am gonna move the camera in a different spot for a better view, because it seems like I am in the way. So I think it's better this way. Maybe like this a little bit more. There we go. So now I'm gonna use a small screwdriver, not so small, not so big, and we're gonna grab the lip of the rotor, and we're gonna move the caliper backward a little bit so it releases. Again, we don't need to save this sensor, we can just cut it and secure the caliper. Make sure, obviously, the slides are nice and free. This is so. And no damage on the boots, no excessive rust. Some rust is okay. And again, we're gonna use a one of the old pads as a spacer, adapter, bracket, whatever you call it. So we can use a C-clamp to push it back. Some guys uses a special tool made for this purpose, but this works as well as any other special tool. And sometimes I found that the special tools are not actually strong enough, and you would have to buy a new one all the time. So I mean, it's a repair shop. We make do. Sometimes we make our own special tools. Sometimes we compensate for a special tool by using something similar. As long as it gets the job done right and the vehicle is back on the road safe, That's all that matters. If the calipers are not going back with the moderate pressure, there may be issue with the square cut seal around the piston, which actually makes the brake caliper work. So if they're not going back somewhat easily, you might consider replacing the calipers, because the brakes will hang up, and which is not good. So what happens if the brakes hang up? The brakes will overheat and ruin the new pads and rotors that you put on. Okay, we need the big gun. See if I can get these on without the hammer, but I doubt that. Every one of these video, for some reason, they put this coating on it. There is nowhere else there is coating except on top of the in the opening of the bolt, actually. So by doing this, so we're actually breaking those coating off, then we can get the wrench on. Of course, hammer slipped and I hit my thumb. And whose stupid idea is this? I honestly don't know. At the Dodge factory or Chrysler factory, that they use this dumb thing on it. So now it's broken. Stupid. So much. Still visible, that coating is still there, so we have to clean those out. I don't know whose idea was that at the factory, that they figured they need to put sealant in the opening of the bolt. See, one is nice and clean, everything came off, and this one is not so. Again, we're gonna use our trusty shop tool called the hammer. so much rust. And dirt. Well, in addition to first one that we did, this guide, despite the fact I heated it up with a torch and I tried to move it back and forth, they're just so flimsy and cheap, and it just broke off. So we need to drill this out, and so we can install a new one. Yes. Well, we have some left sticking out. I might be able to use a real torch. Real torch meaning acetylene torch, which will give us much more heat. But of course you don't want to heat this hub too much, because you can damage the bearing and the sealing. So we're going to try to heat it up as quickly, like we're going to shock it. And maybe I can grab it with a vice grip and we can take it out. Propane torch, real torch, acetylene torch. You can cut, weld, heat, anything with this, almost anything. Best tool in the shop. I love the fire, just like any other mechanic. So I can take temperature of the heat, heat it up, so it will be sharp. Another thing, when you're heating the bolt, it's actually expanding so rapidly, it's breaking the Loctite and the potential rust from behind. So hopefully this will work. If this doesn't work, we're gonna have to drill, which I don't want to, and yay, success. It's moving. Okay, it's moving. That means we were successful somewhat, and we're going to continue to heat the mechanic's best tool. Patience, my friend. Now, from this point on, we're going to use a rust penetrator, which is also very good tool. PB blaster, and it's gonna see some smoke, maybe not. Come on. We are very lucky that tiny bit of the bolt is actually sticking out. I think it's coming out now. There we go. See? Patience. If that broke off inside, I would have to use the drill tap, and it would be lots of work, lots of extra work, which is okay. We get paid what we do for, but we don't want to do anything unnecessary. So I'm gonna burn off those rust. Turn the tanks back on. See, that's the rust actually burning off. That's gonna make our job much more easier to clean the rust buildup. And for some reason, this side was much more rusty. Maybe the way they're parking. Okay. Ouch. Okay, super. Super duper. Okay, now we're gonna use the wire brush to get rid of what's left over here. Okay, now same deal. I am going to apply some anti-seize inside around the rotor's head, they call actually, around here. So so it keeps the rust, dust, dirt, moisture out. Yeah.
Hi. From A&B, we're just passing by, see if you need anything or...
No.
No?
No. Whenever I need something, I call.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Yeah. I ordered two new stud from the dealer. This doesn't look that bad, but I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna put it on temporarily so I can get the brakes done. And once they deliver the new ones, then I'm gonna install the new one as well as the old one. I mean, both new ones, not the old ones. Sorry. Yeah, why would I install the old one while I ordered two new ones? Doesn't make sense. So I'm gonna put some never-sees around here. So once I start putting the once I start threading this in, it will actually push some of the anti-seize back in there. So it will help remove easily next time for me or the next mechanic. Hopefully me, because I fixed the problem. And so, you know, gonna be okay. But the reason there's two, when you're changing a tire, putting a spare on, it's very difficult to line up other holes with one stud. That's why they put two. They should have put three at least, in my opinion. But they didn't. Hell. I'm gonna spin the wheel this way, so we can do the rest of it. And same deal. We're gonna clean the wheel and the caliper bracket. And again, this is a fairly new truck. There's no rust on the brake calipers. And I believe they're made by Brembo. They're pretty good quality. Giving it a Chrysler, Fiat, or Dodge. It's surprising that they use the quality parts. So gentle tap. There we go. Hold it in. Make sure it's all nice and clean. We're going to bring it back up. Gotta clean that debris out, this stuff, otherwise socket is not gonna go in. Stupid people. For some reason there is no coating anywhere on the vehicle except there's a coating or sealing on the tip of the socket. I've never seen this kind of thing. Nice and clean. Okay, we're gonna use our gun. Snug the first one, snug the second one, then you can tighten it down. That's it. Now we're gonna install our prepared pads. Inner, outer, inner, outer, sensor. Gonna remove this. Make sure surfaces are clean, everything is lined up, boots are not pinched, crimped. Looks like we might have to push the calipers back a bit more. And I'm gonna use this one of those old pads. There may be an issue with this caliper because towards the end it was going back a little bit harder, but so I'm gonna see if I can push it back. Okay, nice. Now we install our bolts. $6mm hex, inverted hex or Allen. Everybody has a different name. Snug it down. Tighten it down. Okay. Now we're gonna install this sensor connector on top of this bracket. You're gonna wiggle it down and tuck this excess wire in and plug it up. So it's all good, nice and free. And don't forget to put the caps on. Okay, maybe this goes from inside. I think it does. Looks much more better, much better actually. So that's all, folks. This is a fairly easy basic brake job. We didn't replace the caliper bracket, we didn't replace the caliper. We're not bleeding anything like that because there are no other issues with the brakes. Everything works fine except they were worn down. Brake wear indicator was on and they were worn down, so we replaced them. And some of the extra stuff that I did, which most shops don't do it, I always clean the surface of the hub as best as I can, and I put some lubrication or a never sees around, because we're in New Jersey. Winters are tough and there's a lot of salt, snow, rain, moisture, so it'll help get most out of the brakes this way, in my opinion. And I do it this is a company car, and so I do the same thing for everyone, so they can get more out of their money, and I do as best as I can. And I hope this helped someone or made someone happy or entertained someone. If you guys or girls have any question, comment, please let me know. I will try to help or respond as quickly as I can. Thank you. Bye.